Flower man, when are you gonna grow?
I'm Dave Owens, your garden guy. Hey guys, we're out here in the garden. We're planting, well, 3 different types of vegetables. This is a type of vegetable we plant when it starts warming up. They are tomatoes, eggplants, and peppers, of course. All of them what we call short season varieties. What do we mean by that? All these will develop fruit in anywhere from 60 to 90 days. When you look at the tag, it will go ahead and tell you what or how long they will actually produce or how long it will take them to produce. Now, first thing off, you want to make sure you're warming up your garden. In fact, you can see our insulate draped over the garden right there. Well, we go ahead and just drape that over the garden. We hold that heat inside the garden as we do even after we plant the vegetable itself, because these vegetables do not like to be planted in colder type soil. In fact, it will go ahead and even stunt the plant, and it will really not do very well when you're actually going ahead and trying to produce fruit. So right now, you want to keep it as warm as possible. Another way we do it, well, we go ahead and plant it with some what we call red plastic mulch around it. In fact, I've went ahead and poked a hole right into it, but the plant would go right through the center of this. This would be on the ground, and this red mulch actually increases production on peppers, tomatoes, and eggplants by about 20 to 30%. It's one of the best ways to really grow eggplants, peppers, and tomatoes out here in the desert Southwest. When we're growing them, we got to keep one thing in mind. We want to produce a lot of fruit. So we want to add a lot of phosphorus into the soil. We plant that plant right on top of that phosphorus or bone meal. It's the ideal situation because phosphorus does not travel through the soil, as I've said so often. And then after we start producing fruit, then we'll go ahead and start adding our fertilizers. But for right now, you want to really back off the fertilizer. You want to produce fruit, which is flowers, and by doing that, add a lot of phosphorus. Some companion plants, there you go. There's a lot of different types of companion plants out there you can plant around these types of plants. This is the Alaskan mix of nasturtiums. Hold up very well. Excellent plant. Grows at the feet of a lot of these guys, so it'll keep the soil cooler as it starts warming up, and it's an ideal situation for really keeping that ground very cool. In fact, it will keep that soil down to about, anywhere from 10 to 20 degrees cooler when we start getting our real warm weather. Some other things, beans, peas, add a lot of nitrogen to the soil. They actually nitrify the soil, so it's a real good idea to start thinking about peas right now, and then beans later on as it starts warming up. Of course, squash is another one we grow at the feet. And then, as an overhead structure, sunflowers. Excellent plant, holds up real well. Don't forget about your basil because it works out real well, and companion plants real well to tomatoes. And of course, onions, which really do a good job on distracting those insects that are out in your garden and eliminating those dangerous pesticides that you so often, well, want to use when you start seeing those insects around your garden. Scotty, I know you stay away from pesticides as much as possible, buddy, but I personally go ahead and just spray a bunch of DE and, of course, plant and eat a lot of onions all at the same time, buddy. That's why everybody stays away from the garden guy.
A little onions, a little garlic go a long way, Dave.
You know what? I hear Sweet Pea in the background there. Hi, Sweet Pea.
Hello, Dave. You never smell like pesticides to me.